We're going to be making a classic granny square blanket today, and we've got our 3 types of yarn. So I've just got some Patto's baby yarn. We've got a size 4 crochet hook and also some scissors or some snips here. Some top tips for beginners. Number 1, make sure you have your video set on a slower speed, or pause your video and rewind as needed. Secondly, if you're a complete beginner, I would just recommend using one type of yarn. So where we change yarns, just keep going with that single colour of yarn just until you're confident with your crochet. Right, let's get started. To get started, we're first going to make a magic ring. We're going to do this by taking our yarn. So we've got our end of the yarn here and our working yarn here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our yarn and wrap it round 2 of our fingers here. So you can see that's the end, and then wrap round, making a cross shape there, and then taking our hook, going under and pulling the working yarn through there. And there we have our magic ring. Please rewind and practice this a few times till you're happy you've understood this and you've got it working for you. So I'm just going to do it once more. I'm just going to take this apart. So you can see this is our end here. And we'll take our 2 fingers, have the end there, wrap it round. So we're going round the back here. Okay, and then making a cross shape here with the tail here. Taking our hook, going under, and then pulling this through with the hook. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Okay, so from here, from a magic ring, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3. So I'll just bring this closer. So you take our hook here, we're going to hook the working yarn here and pull through our loop that was on the hook. Okay, and I'll do that again. So I'm going to hook our yarn and pull through, and that's made 2 chains on our hook. I'm going to do another 3. So let's just have a look at what that looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to unravel these 3 and we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3. Just really till we get the hang of that. Okay, so we've got our loop already on our hook. We're going to hook our yarn here, pull through, that's making a chain, and again hook our yarn, pull through, and we've got another one there, and I'll do the 3rd, hook our yarn and pull through. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to chain another 2, so 1, 2, so now we've got a total of 5. And the reason I do this is just to make our corners a little bit easier when we get to those. So now we're going to do our little cluster shapes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go yarn over. So I'll just show you that. So kind of sweep our hook away from us and then pick up that loop there. And then from here, we're going to go into our magic circle, magic ring here, and then hook our yarn. So we've got 1, 2, 3 on our hook. We're going to hook our yarn and pull through 2 loops, 1, 2, then hook our yarn here and pull through 1, 2 loops here. So we've made our first double crochet, and we're going to do 2 more of those. So I'm just going to show you again. I'm going to pick up our yarn here by literally sweeping our hook away from us here. And we've got 2 loops into our magic circle here, and then hooking our yarn here and bringing it through. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 loops on our hook. From here we're going to hook our yarn and pull through 1, 2 loops on the hook, and then hook our yarn again and pull through 1, 2 loops on the hook, and there we have 2 double crochets. So this time I'm just going to do that again, making another double crochet, and please rewind and practice this if you need to. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and this here is one of our corners. Okay, so now we're going to chain 2 like we did before, 1, 2, and then 3 double crochets into a magic ring. 1, 2, 3. So here we have, that's our corner there that we created there, and this is part of a corner here. And we've got our 3 double crochet cluster and a 3 double crochet cluster here. So we're going to repeat our corner, so we're going to do a chain 2, 1, 2, and then 3 double crochets into our magic ring. I'm just going to pull this a little bit, make it a little bit smaller, pull a little more, whatever size you're comfortable working with. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 double crochets into the magic ring, okay, and then chain 2, and then 3 double crochets into our magic ring. But on this occasion we're just going to do 2 actually, and I'll show you why. Okay, so if I lay it down, as I said when we started, we were doing part of a corner here. So I'm just going to pull our magic ring a little bit tighter. And as you can see, there are 4 corners. And here we've got 2 double crochets, and part of here where we started and we did a chain 5, the first 3 classed as a double crochet. So we're going to actually slip stitch our work in the round here into the 3rd chain from the hook, from the start of the round, and that's going to actually close our round and create our little square here. I'll just show you that. Okay, so we've got to count our chains here, so spread it out if you need to, just so you can see what you're looking at. So 1, 2, 3, and we are going to go into this little V shape, if you can see just underneath there. You can see just I've put my hook through that little V shape there. And what we do to slip stitch is we pull our yarn through both of those, and you can see there's a little loop underneath. We pulled those through, and then pull through the loop on our hook, and there we have it. End of round 1. So what we're going to do now to start the next round is we are going to do a slip stitch into this corner, and this is just going to make our joins of each round really neat and tidy. So this is us starting round 2. So slip stitch into that corner, and then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to make 3 double crochets into this chain space here. 1, 2, 3. So that's our 3 double crochets. So as you can see, that's part of our round 1 corner there. Okay, now in between our clusters, as this square is getting bigger here, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do chain 3, chain 2 for our corner, and then chain 3 double crochets into the corner here. So if you just follow along with me, chain 1 and 3 double crochets into this corner chain space. 1, 2 and 3 double crochets. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochets again into this corner space. So that's creating our increase. So that our square will grow. I'll show you what that looks like. So our round 1 square here, and the start of our round 2 is forming here, and that's the corner. In that space there, we've done 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet, and that's how our corners are all going to grow. Okay, so now we're going to do a chain 1, and now we're going to work our corner in the same way again. So now we're going to do a chain 1, and then we're going to work this corner. So we're going to do a chain 1 and then 2 double crochets, and then we're going to, remember we're counting our original chain, part of that as a double crochet, and we'll slip stitch in to complete the round. So chain 1, 2 double crochets into this chain space, and we'll have a look at that. Okay, so you can see our 4 corners, and we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the start of round 2. So just spread this out as you need, just to count your chains. Remember the little V shapes here. So 1, 2, 3, and then we can put our hook through these 2 loops. And pull through our yarn to slip stitch. And pull through the loop on the hook, there you go. And there we have our first 2 rounds. So we're going to be changing colour, so I'm going to cut our yarn. You don't have to change colour, but it's actually really pretty if we do. So what we're just going to do here is we've snipped our yarn, we're just going to pull through our yarn and just secure it by pulling it tight there. We're going to weave our yarn ends in later, but we're just going to change colour now to do round 3 and 4. For round 3 and 4, we're going to use a different colour, and we're going to attach this yarn to one of our corners. And we're starting in our corners by making this area, this equivalent of a double crochet with 3 chain, and then the corner itself with 2 chain. And we're doing this just to have these really neat, tidy corners really. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start in this corner over here. So I've got my new yarn. I'm just going to insert my hook into that chain space in that corner. I'm going to hook my yarn and pull it over while I'm holding it at the back here. So when I do my first chain, I'll just show you here, I'm actually going to get this tail of the yarn. I'm just going to pop it over here. So while I'm just out of the way here onto the other side, so it's just tucks away, and then when I do my next chain, it holds it in place until I'm ready to sew in my yarn ends with a tapestry needle. So you can see that's nice and secure. I'll show you that once again. Okay, so that's our corner that we're going to use. we're just going to insert our hook into that chain space, using our hook, pull through just so we've got our loop there, while I'm holding, so I'll just show you, I'm holding that tail for a generous amount there with my finger at the back there as I'm holding my work. And then I'm going to hook my yarn, making one single crochet there, still holding my yarn at the back. And what I'm doing is I'm going to bring my yarn over the top here. That's the tail, so here it is. So I'm just going to temporarily put down my working yarn there while I bring the tail over. And then pick up my working yarn, so you can see the tail here has come across here. Just going to pull it around the front. So we just kind of looped it across here, if you can hopefully see that. This is just something I do. I mean, if you want to do it a different way, please go ahead. However you secure your yarn is fine. I just find this really neat and tidy. So that's our first chain. Let's do the 4 additional chains to make 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see this is nice and tidy and out of the way. So that's good. Right, and now we're going to do 3 double crochets into our corner space. And that's our corner created there. So now we're going to do a chain, and then into this chain space here, this gap here, three double crochets, then a chain, and then we work our corner in the usual way of 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So single chain 1, 3 double crochets into this chain space, chain 1, then our corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 3 double crochets. Okay, I'll show you where we are. Okay, so you can see our round 3 started here. We're just progressing along here. Chain 1, and into this gap 3 double crochets, and we call that the chain space. So if you drop your yarn like I did there, just literally reinsert your hook and continue as you were. Chain 1, then working our corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into this chain space here. Now we're going to continue with a chain and then 3 double crochets into this chain space. Then a chain, and then we work our corner in the usual way. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. that's our 4 corners. And now we're going to do a chain and work 3 double crochets into this chain space, and a chain, and then 2 double crochets joining on our 3rd chain from the start of the round. And that's us worked chain 3. Starting with a slip stitch into our corner, our chain space there. So chain 5, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, and then our corner in the usual way, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Chain 1, 3 double crochet into the chain space, chain 1, 3 double crochet into the next chain space, chain 1, and then our corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet into the corner chain space. Chain 1, 3 double crochet into our next chain space, chain 1, 3 double crochet into our next chain space, chain 1, and then work our corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Then chain 1, and into our next chain space, 3 double crochet. Chain 1, 3 double crochet in our next chain space. So now all we do is chain 1, 2 double crochets, and then we're going to finish our round 4 in the third, slip stitching into the third chain from the start of the round. So there we have 4 rounds of our very classic granny square. So I'm going to snip this now, and we are going to just pull through our end of our yarn here, and just very easily and quickly just pull that till it's nice and taut, ready for these ends to be worked in when we finish our project, which is really the easiest way for beginners to just work, your yarns. Just get a tapestry needle at the end of the project. Okay, so now we're going to move on to rounds 5 and 6 using our new colour yarn, and just follow along the pattern that we've been doing. You've now completed 6 rounds of the classic granny square. So now if you're feeling confident, continue on this same pattern and make your granny square blanket as large as you wish. If you prefer to carry on with me, I will continue in part 2 and you can crochet along with me.